Glitch recently unveiled some major reveals about the amazing digital Circus's upcoming episodes. Between character confirmations, leaked screenshots, and direct warnings from the creator herself, we've got a lot to unpack. Let's dive into what episodes 7 and 8 have in store, starting with the most talked about comeback. All right, here's what's up. Gummy is making a comeback in episode 7, but fans might not like what they're getting. His voice actor had already hinted at his involvement, and now we're piecing together what that actually means. So here's what fans think might go down. The beach episode gets crashed by pirates, and leading the charge, yep, Gummy. Only this time, he's not trying to play nice. No redemption arc, no soft side. He's going full villain this round. Consider the parallels. Back in episode 2, we first met him as a bandit leader before his character took a more sympathetic turn. This would essentially flip that trajectory completely, giving him an authentically evil personality. And yeah, that's probably going to frustrate a lot of people. This lines up perfectly with something creator Gooseworks mentioned, that a specific type of fan would be really upset by something in the next episode. She even brought up feeling guilty about what's coming for the nice, wholesome people on Tumblr, while admitting they're probably going to be hurt regardless. That's not the kind of thing you say lightly. Gummy's already been central to the show's most divisive moment with his sudden death in episode 2. It makes sense he'd be involved in another controversy. The Glitch Direct video didn't just preview episode 7. There were actual episode 8 frames hidden among what looked like recycled episode 6 footage and random memes. One particular thread on social media broke down the findings. There's a shot of Jax and Pomni reaching or jumping for something that doesn't correspond to any existing scene. But more importantly, we get glimpses of the mannequins. The screenshots show 2 mannequins positioned differently than we've ever seen them. This is significant because episode 5 left us with that creepy, evil mannequin cliffhanger that never got resolved in episode 6. Episode 8 appears to be where we finally get payoff for that setup. Now, here's the unsettling part. There's a frame showing Pomni in a hallway beside another character whose color scheme is unmistakable. Green body, red cheeks, white around the eyes. That's Ribbit's exact appearance based on the official model. Episode 6 actually planted the seeds for this already, though most people overlooked it. In the final moments during Jax's breakdown, there's a frame that reveals a hidden message when you brighten it. Chill fella, along with 2 handprints and what looks like a frog shape. Given that Ribbit has already abstracted, this episode 8 scene is almost certainly a dream sequence. The show did something similar with Pomni's abstraction nightmare in episode 2. The implication is pretty dark. We're seeing Jax's guilt manifested. Pomni as the new friend he's alienating, Ribbit as the old friend whose abstraction he may have caused. The creator has been telling us that Jax's most important moments haven't happened yet. Episode 8 could be where we watch him completely unravel. Jax's voice actor has developed this interesting pattern of leaving breadcrumbs on social media right before new episodes drop. These aren't just random posts either. They follow a very specific format that's proven to be surprisingly accurate. Before episode 6 premiered, he made a seemingly out-of-the-blue post about Daisy Bell, and when the episode actually aired, that exact reference appeared in the show. It wasn't coincidence, it was intentional foreshadowing. Now he's done it again, this time posting about spaghetti. At first glance, it might seem like another random food post, but there's more to unpack here. We know from behind-the-scenes confirmations that spaghetti is actually Jax's favorite food in canon. That's the surface-level connection. But there's a deeper, more technical angle worth exploring. In the world of programming, there's a term called spaghetti code. It refers to source code that's become tangled, messy, and poorly organized. Basically code that's nightmare fuel for any developer trying to work with it. The structure becomes so convoluted that it resembles a plate of spaghetti, with strands going everywhere and no clear organization. The show has consistently embraced computer and programming themes throughout its run. We've seen this in the way the digital world functions, the glitches that occur, and how the characters interact with their environment. Episode 6 took this concept even further by demonstrating that the characters could actually start bending the established rules of their digital prison. They use their imagination to cause anomalies and manipulate the world around them in ways that shouldn't technically be possible. So if we're following this thread, episode 7 might escalate things to the next level. Instead of just bending the rules passively, we could see the characters actively interfering with the circus's source code itself. Imagine them discovering they can access and alter the fundamental programming that controls their reality. This wouldn't just be breaking rules, it would be rewriting them entirely. That kind of development would fundamentally change the dynamic of the show. It would give the characters agency they've never had before, and open up narrative possibilities we haven't even considered yet. The question is whether they'd use that power wisely, or if tampering with the code could make things exponentially worse. When you look at the bigger picture, episodes 7 and 8 are clearly setting up a massive shift for the amazing digital circus. The tone, the stakes, the characters, everything's about to change. First, there's Gummy's shocking comeback, not as the misunderstood anti-hero some hoped for, but as a true villain. That alone is going to divide fans instantly. People have been rooting for his redemption since episode 2, so seeing him return as a ruthless pirate leader feels like a punch to the gut. But honestly, it's a bold move. The kind of storytelling that challenges the audience instead of just pleasing them. Then there's Jax. His storyline is clearly spiraling towards something intense. Between the hidden Ribbit references, nightmare-like imagery, and growing guilt, it feels like he's about to hit his emotional breaking point. We've seen flashes of vulnerability under his sarcastic shell, but these episodes might finally tear that wall down completely, forcing him to face what he's been avoiding all along. This could redefine how the entire fan base sees him. And maybe the biggest twist of all, the possibility that the characters might actually start tampering with the circus's code. If they can rewrite the very system that controls their world, it's not just rule breaking anymore, it's reality breaking. Suddenly, questions about control, freedom, and the meaning of escape become central to the story. Gooseworks has made one thing clear. She's not afraid to take creative risks. She knows some fans are going to be upset, and she's doing it anyway, because she's telling the story her way. That kind of conviction is rare, and it's what makes this show stand out. Not every creator dares to turn comfort into chaos or push their audience into uncomfortable territory for the sake of something deeper. So yeah, the amazing digital circus is no longer just a quirky digital adventure. It's evolving into something darker, more emotional, and way more unpredictable. And that's exactly what's going to keep people talking long after the credits roll. If you're ready for whatever chaos episodes 7 and 8 bring, drop your predictions below. Do you think Gummy's beyond saving, or is there still a twist left? And don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss my breakdown right after episode 7 drops.